I'm sharing what I eat in a day. And right now I am breaking my 52-hour fast with version similar to the fish soup or fish tea soup that I had in Jamaica as a child. And I'm just gonna taste it. It's very brothy. So I'm very hungry. So I'm gonna tuck into this. I also want to try, I made these lentil, I was trying to make a lentil bread that I've made before, but last night I ran out of energy. So I ended up making these instead. They're like crackers. So I'm just gonna try those and see how they taste. And I'll be back with my next meal.
Queres ir ao cinema? Queres ir ao cinema?
It's 2:23 and I'm having my second meal. I wanted to have this for my dinner initially, but I changed because I have some sweet potato over here. And I decided to have the heaviest meal in the middle of the day. That way I still have time to walk it off or burn it off. It doesn't look, I wanted it to look better, but it does taste great. So that's spiralized sweet potatoes. Those are scrambled eggs, some tofu. I boiled it. I tried to remember the recipe that I saw, but I didn't remember. But I boiled the tofu and then I put them in the air fryer. And then this is just sauteed cabbage with carrots and bell peppers. So I'm going to have this. I'm also going to have one of my carrot muffins that I made because, again, that's also sweet. So I'll have that in the middle of the day now. That way I have time to burn it off before I go to bed. And then later on, I'll just have my salad, which I was going to have for lunch. So I'll have my salad later with a fruit or something. Okay. Hello, eu sou Penny. I am Penny. Welcome back to my channel. I am a 52-year-old early retiree. I retired last year after working for 40 something years because I started working when I was 11. I sold everything and I left the US and I'm now living in Portugal. Right now I'm on a journey to regain my health. Okay, that's my priority at the moment. A lot of things are a priority, but my health is it's most important because without my health, what am I or who am I? So that's the journey I'm on. On April 21st, I decided to do alternate day fasting. I've been fasting since 2002, 2003, on and off. At one point, fasted and did plant-based. I have a video on my channel about some of the benefits that I saw from fasting or got from fasting. And I'll link it below and in the cards up here. I have notes. I decided to do alternate day fasting because I was familiar with the benefits of fasting. So this fasting that I'm doing now is not something that I've done, which is alternate day fasting. When I started, I didn't really have a plan. I just knew that I wanted to alternate day fast. I didn't know how long I was going to go. But the longer I went, the more I wanted to keep going. And now I'm on a streak and I don't want to break the streak. I did listen to the book Fast, Feast, Repeat. And that was recommended by Colleen Marie Cares. She's a YouTuber and a Jamaican girly, or her parents are Jamaican. So I like watching her channel. So if you're into alternate day fasting or looking into alternate day fasting, I recommend her channel. I did listen to the book Fast, Feast, Repeat, and in the early 2000s, I bought this book. And that's when I decided to do plant-based and fast. I've given it to a couple of people, and I don't even think you can get this on Amazon anymore. You have to special order it. But recently I listened to Fast, feast repeat, just so I could have some more information. So I decided to do in alternate day fasting because I had to do something. My body was falling apart, and I don't know if it's from stress and trauma from all my life, or if it's a combination of stress, trauma, and menopause. I'm constantly in pain. Constantly in pain. Sometimes I have stabbing pains in my different parts of my body, and going to the doctor, I was never able to get answers, so I decided to take my health into my own hands. Okay, so a couple of things that I wanted to share about alternate day fasting. I have a meal plan, a book that I plan my meals in, and I do alternate day. And I watched a video recently where the lady said she did it from Monday to Friday, and then on the weekend she just ate, and then she would start over. I've been alternate day fasting without a break. Like my first week I fasted for 4 days, and the second week I fasted for 3, 4, 3, right? So it's been over a month. I'm just going to talk about my first month, okay? Nights are very hard for me because I'm a snacker. I like to snack at nighttime. So nights are very, very hard for me. I also don't sleep very well. It's not something that I sleep when I go to sleep, I sleep, but I'm on my devices late at night, and that's something that I'm working on. I shared a video about 10 things I'm doing to take better care of myself, and I meant to add some things that I'm still working on, which is being on my devices late at night. That's something that I am still working on. So nights are very hard, and when I'm up watching things on YouTube, I used to snack. I would even wake up in the middle of the night and snack. I would eat throughout the night. If I woke up and I felt like I wanted ice cream or something, I would snack. So nights are very hard for me. But I knew that once I fell asleep, it would be fine, because the next day, I couldn't wait for the next day to come so I would eat. But then on feasting day, I never felt like eating. Sometimes 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I haven't eaten anything. But because I'd fasted many, many years ago, I knew that the first day is usually the hardest, right? And then once you get to day 2, you don't feel hungry and you have more energy. But because I'm doing alternate days, it's always going to be difficult because I'm just repeating that first day. And the first days of a fast is always the hardest, for me anyway. But it got easier when I knew that every time I fasted, I was healing my body, and I was also fixing my relationship, my unhealthy relationship with food. So it got easier, and that's how I make it through the nights when things got hard, because I knew that I'm doing the thing that I said I would do to fix my body and my health. So things got easier and easier, and I started to notice changes in my clothing, things that would fit really, really snug. There was a lot of room and they were falling down. So I started to notice that, and it made me happy. My skin just had a sheen to it, like a velvety sheen to it. So I like that, because I've struggled with skin issues, acne issues all my life. I had more energy on days when I fasted, and days when I ate, I had a lot less energy. I'll say that again. On the days when I was fasting, I had more energy. I tried not to do a lot of things. I kept busy on fasting days. I kept busy, like I would make videos or organize things or do a lot of planning. I kept busy, but I had more mental energy to expend. On days when I feast, I just feel really, really lethargic, mentally drained. I just felt really, really exhausted on days when I eat, or as soon as I eat, I felt like I wanted to take a nap. But on days when I ate, I started to go for like even a 10-minute walk up the lane. I would go for a walk. Another thing that got easier as I did my alternate day fasting, I began eating less on feasting days. So in the beginning, I would eat as much as I could, because I knew that I had a day coming up where I wasn't going to be eating. But now I eat less, and the other day I couldn't finish my dinner. And it's been so long, like decades, since I've left food on a plate. I couldn't finish my dinner, and I tried trying to force myself. I couldn't finish. I had to put the food in the refrigerator. So that's great. So every time I fast, I break my fast with like a fish tea soup. It's a Jamaican version of a fish tea soup. And I also make sure that I have my meals planned, because I think I would be setting myself up for failure if I go into feast days and I don't have something healthy to break my fast with, or I don't have proper food, proper healthy, wholesome food at home or in my refrigerator. So I always make sure that I have my fish tea soup to break my fast. And once I broke my fast, I knew that I did something healthy for my body. And then as the day went on, I would do something healthy again. When it was time for me to eat my next meal, I would do another healthy thing for my body. So always make sure that you have food prepared. Don't go into your feast days not having food to eat, healthy food to eat. Another thing that I wanted to say about my alternate day fasting experience is on feast day, I eat a lot of food, like a lot of food, but I'm still losing weight. I'm still losing a lot of weight because I'm in a calorie deficit. I don't count my calories. Even if I ate 3,500 calories, right? Which I don't think I do. The day when I fast, I'm not taking in any calories at all. So at the end of the week, I am going to be in a calorie deficit. But I eat a lot, and I'm getting to the point now where the amount of food that I'm eating it's too much. I can't finish my food anymore. One thing that I did last week, and I'm in week 5, I got some white beans and I soaked them overnight in garlic powder, because that's how my mom made beans. And then I cooked them in the Instant Pot, which took 7 minutes. I think I did them for 7 minutes. I did 1 cup and ended up with beans for the whole week. And I've been making this air fried crispy beans with like all of my condiments for my salad, like lettuce, but I use the beans as croutons, and it's so filling. And I think the first day when I couldn't finish my meal that I mentioned earlier, that's the day when I had beans for lunch and I had some more for dinner, and it's so filling. So beans are a staple for me. I'm doing white beans at the moment, but I like chickpeas, and I'm just going to experiment with a lot of beans. I do have a goal weight of 150. I mentioned in a video. I don't know if the video is already posted or if it's one that I'm working on, but I do have a goal weight of 150 pounds. That's a good weight for my height. And once I get to 150, I'll just do maintenance. I'll probably fast a couple of times a week still. I'm also trying to reverse my pre-diabetes, which I think, because I don't eat a lot of processed things anymore. I don't do sugar. I've been doing stevia. When I do use stevia, I put a little bit of salt in it to kind of get that weird taste out. I feel like I'm forgetting something, and I know as soon as I'm editing the video, I'm gonna remember what it is I'm trying to say, and it'll be too late. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, ciao.